Hey everybody, and welcome to Slowpoke Racing and to the Ultimate Racing League. Sorry about that delay, it seems to be getting longer and longer, but I do have to check that we are actually broadcasting before I crack on with this. Otherwise I should be sitting here for an hour doing all of this and you won't get to see anything, so apologies for that. But we are here and apparently it is recording, so it is all good. We are here with, as I say, our Ultimate Racing League. We're with the Pro AM2, the Pro AM2. First of all, keep saying we, and it is a we, because I've got a special guest with me who hopefully is going to be joining me for a few of these races, and that's Paul, who does his own YouTube channel, but he's kindly agreed to leave his studio and pop over to mine. So, Paul, hello.
Hello, Mark. Hello, everyone.
Good to have you with us, mate.
Thank you. Paul,
for those that don't know, head over to Paul's channel. It's well, you tell him, Paul. It's Paul E72.
URL Paul E72. You got it. Yep.
Yeah, racing channel. So head over there, check it out. Does some fantastic comms, does Paul. Very knowledgeable, and I'm sure he's going bright red now as I say this. But he is very knowledgeable about these tracks and especially the cars. And if everybody's ever stuck for a track guide, go and check Paul's YouTube out, because he's got some fantastic track guides on there. But enough of that kissing Paul's rear end. Let's have a look at what we're doing here. So we are with the Pro AM2. Now then, Pro AM2, Paul, what was that in old money? Is that League?
That was the League 4.
League 4, yeah. So in old money, it's League 4. We've got about 13 on the grid, so really looking forward to this one. We are in Sardegna, or Sardinia, but it is called Sardegna, the track. It's a fictional track, just over 3 miles long, 15 turns. Now, because it's a fictional track, there's no corner names, just numbers, but I've actually made up a few of my own names, so we'll see how that goes as we go along. So I think without further ado, we will just have a look down the grid, see where everybody is, and we'll get this race underway, shall we?
Do it.
So, keyboard captain puts himself on pole now. I believe this is his second pole position as well. So it's only round 2, 2 races per round. So the first one is after qualifying, and keyboard captain for the second time of asking has put himself on pole position. Secured a win as well last week from that position, so he's going to be looking to do pretty much the same. Just behind him in second is Grahamad Ali. Really come into form this season and puts himself in second. He actually got himself on the podium as well last week, so again he'll be looking to continue that streak. Aussie Rooster in third, another very quick guy once he puts his mind to it. In fourth we've got Sideways George. I had plenty of races against Sideways George, and wow, is he a difficult guy to get past. Really can defend very well. In fifth, now then, a new name is Mini, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't racing last week. Now let me have a quick look, and yeah, and it was a quick look. Mini is new, so this could be a cherry popped for Slowpoke Racing, having Mini on the grid, so welcome to him. Flat B is 6 on the grid, looking, wow, very colourful there. 7th is Pete. Koi Carp is 8. Now I have seen Koi Carp. Again, I don't think he raced last week. Yes, he did. Telling lies. Just my memory's just rubbish. Koi Carp is in 8th. Mystic Clegg is 9th. Seamus is in 10th. Rufus 11th. Again, another one of our commentators with his own YouTube channel. So check over to that. It is well, it's just literally that now. Rufus. It used to be Ruthless Rufus, I think. Is it, Paul? Is it still Ruthless Rufus?
I think it's just Rufus, isn't it? URLU. I'm pretty sure. I think he did change it.
I think he changed it to Rufus, yeah. But head over and check out Rufus's streams as well. Some great racing to be had there, covering some of the URL races. Then we've got Stealth, who seems to have been here since day one. He's a fantastic guy, Stealth. First season back after an injury. Last season, I think I mentioned this last week, he done something to his leg and couldn't race, so it's his first season back and thoroughly enjoying it. And then we've got Vane in 13th, so good turnout for race 1 here in Sardegna. So let's get this race underway. Grid start, Paul, for a change.
Yes, it's interesting. All about reaction times.
for those that watch on a regular basis, you'll know that we normally do the rolling starts just to avoid the carnage that comes from a grid start at turn 1. So let's just see how these boys get on as we head down the hill then towards turn 1. This left-hander where it all usually kicks off, and let's just make sure they all get through there, shall we? And well, I was going to say it all looks pretty clean. Rufus went across the kitty litter a little bit, but he's managed to keep it on track. And oh, now he's doing a bit of grass cutting, but that's because it is very tight there, isn't it? He's got stealth on his inside, Vane just ahead of him, and Seamus just behind as they go through turns 3 and 4, which I've nicknamed Wayne's Chicane. Then we come up towards turn 6. We will go up to the boys up at the top there. So through turn 6, which I've called Enzo Corner, and then we get on to the very fast part of the track, Frowney's fast lane through turn 7 and 8. We will go on board with somebody a little bit later on to do a full lap, so you can see what it's all about. But so far, nice and clean, Paul.
Yeah, I was just looking at Vane. I mean, he's made up. Oh well, just as I say that, he hasn't made up so much time. Oh, has he? Where is he? He's in 11th. Well, he was up to about 8th at one point. So from the back of the grid up to 8th. I mean, he's back to 11th now. But yeah, he obviously got to a blinded start there.
A good start from Vane. Yeah, he's got Seamus behind him and Rufus in all sorts of problems in 13th at the back. He just needs to take a deep breath after that disastrous start, going onto the kitty litter and the grass straight away. Deep breath, Rufus, and catch up to the rest of the pack. So back up to the top then. And Keyboard Captain really is setting the bar, isn't he? He's out in front. He's got Grahamid just behind him, who just does not want to let him get away. Aussie Rooster in 3rd. Then we've got a bit of action at the back as Sideways pulls out and tries to take Mini. They're almost identical cars, haven't they? As we head down towards turn 1, Mini on the inside, but Sideways just keeps his note in front. But now Peter is all over the back of him as well. Koi Carp in there. Let's jump on board with Koi Carp and look at the view he's got.
Yeah, not much of a view, is it? Apart from a load of cars in front of you. But yeah, it's very tight around here. Pretty much one line. Not many places to pass.
Good bit of racing there from Peter and Mini going side by side to turn 3 and 4, and they're still side by side as we come up towards turn 6 at Enzo Corner. And Koi Carp, he's got nowhere to go really, so there's no point in him trying to make an overmate. Although Pete gets in front of Mini, so Koi Carp senses the opportunity and decides he's going to follow Pete through. Now he's having to go side by Mini. Oh, he's getting squeezed out there a little bit as they come down the hill towards Firepower Frenzy, we call this one. Oh, and a bit of a scrape with the wall for Koi Carp. It is so tight through there, isn't it? Now then, a quick look behind us, and that's the view we've got. Flatby and Mystic Clegg following us through. So up through turns 10, 11 and 12 into turn 13. Do you take this one flat out, Paul?
No.
No, I don't either. There's a little a lift, definitely a lift, and maybe even a dab on the brakes occasionally.
It's yeah, Mini looks like well. Obviously he's new. I don't know him either, or I don't know them either. So it just looks like he's just trying to get used to racing with the other lads at the moment. A little bit of squeezing, but yeah, it happens. It's just one of them things. But I've been sick. All good. It's
a tight track anyway, isn't it? So
yeah.
You're going to get a bit of door bashing, somebody trying to remove your wing mirror. So down towards turn 1 we go then. So let's go back up to the top then, and we'll have a look and see where everybody is. So Keyboard Captain really trying to open up a bit of a gap. It's a great shot there, isn't it, from the drone guy, whoever's flying that drone. Keyboard Captain then out in front, tried to shake off Grahamid Ali, but Grahamid's having absolutely none of that. Sorry, Paul, you were going to say?
No, I was going to say he's going with him. Grahamid's not letting him go. And this is good driving by him. These two are just getting away from the rest now.
There's a gap starting to appear, isn't there, back to Aussie Rooster. So we've got Keyboard and Grahamid out in 1 and 2. Aussie Rooster in P3 with a bit of a gap between himself and Grahamid. Then we've got Sideways George in 4th, and then the battle is really warming up now as Pete is having a bit of a sniff around at Sideways George. Into turn 6 we go. Everybody just lining up one behind the other. Then we've got Mini in 6. He's been pursued by Koi Carp. Then we've got Flat B in 8th, Mystic Clegg in 9th, Stealth in 10th. So Stealth has made up a bit of ground, hasn't he? Where did Stealth started in 12th, so he's already gained a couple of places. We've got Vane in 11th, Seamus in 12th, and Rufus has caught up. So come on, Rufus. He's managed to catch up to the boys at the back. Takes that corner very nicely. Turn 14, that one. I've nicknamed that one Harry's Highlight. And then we go through turn 15 and we're on to the start-finish straight, which is now Scott's Straight. 700 metres. This one from the exit of turn 15 to the entry of turn 1. And it is Keyboard Captain who is, well, he's just started to open up a slight gap, I think, there, Paul, between himself and Grahamid. Not much.
Not much, but yeah, it looks like he's just starting to pull a little bit of a gap. I mean, going back to Rufus, I think what happened was that obviously he had a couple of, right at the start, he was getting on the grass, probably had a lot of dirt on his tyres. That was what was making him go back a little bit. But it looks like he's got it going again, right on the back of these guys. So, yeah, he's fighting back. But yeah, Keyboard Captain looks like he's just pulling away a little bit at the front.
He's opening a gap, and Graham's trying to stay with him, and I think the gap going back to Aussie Rooster is getting slightly bigger. Now you'll notice that all of the guys are on the racing soft tyres. This is a sprint race. There is no scheduled pit stops. It is just soft tyres only. Race 2 though, we're going to up the ante a little bit because you've got to use mediums and hard tyres in that race, so there will be a pit stop, so a bit more of a tactical battle as well as a race battle. So Aussie Rooster just leading this little pack now. He's in P3 at the minute. He's got Sideways George and Pete battling it out for P4. Pete just getting ahead of Sideways George. Now, as I said at the very beginning, Sideways George is not an easy guy to pass, and he's going to make it very difficult for anybody behind him at the minute. And at the minute, it is Koi Carp in that very shiny Vodafone McLaren. Now then, shall we jump on board with somebody and do a lap? Let's go with Mini, shall we? So as we head down towards turn 1 then, this is Pete's plunge. Oh dear me, that was very close. Into turns 2 and 3 through Rooster Run, heading towards Wayne Chicane at turns 4 and 5. Maybe I should have picked somebody who'd got a bit of a gap in front of them. So through turn 5 we go, still chasing Flat B then. His foot firmly on the noisy pedal up towards the church, but instead of church corner we've called this one Enzo corner. Going down the gears there just to get the car to turn in, then back on the power again as early as possible, trying to avoid that barrier on the right. Then we come up through turn 7, we're on to Frowny's fast lane. Turn 8 is a very slight left-hand kink in the road before going downhill towards Firepower Frenzy at turn 9. Again, a very tricky one, trying to avoid this wall on the left-hand side. And nicely done there, very easy to spin out there. Through turn 10 and 11, we're on Vodka Rob's run. Through turns 10, 11 and 12. Then into turn 13, this fast sweeping left-hander. A bit of a lift there, just to make sure we get around the corner. Then we're into turn 14 at Harry's Highlight. Very easy to lose the back end just there, but Mini doing a fantastic job. Then we come up to the final turn on this track, which is turn 15. It is flat out through there. There is no need to lift or touch the brakes, and then it is up to the start finish line. So thank you to Mini for taking us around. Look at that view, what a fantastic view. I'm not sure if they're real or not, Paul, do you know?
I don't know, it looks a bit chilly up there though, doesn't it?
It looks fantastic, doesn't it, the scenery?
Yeah,
what a shame.
Nice.
What a shame it's not a real track.
Yeah, it would be very scenic, wouldn't it? Very nice.
So Mystic Clegg there in 9th with Stealth. Oh, now then, what's happening here? It is Rufus and Vane having a bit of a battle. We have said it many times. Both me and Paul have said it. You don't need to be at the front to have a good battle and have a good race. And Rufus and Vane are proving exactly that now.
Pretty sure what's happened to Seamus. Rufus is grinding the barrier, but yeah, Seamus has gone back a little bit. So I think he must have had something going on.
I think Seamus, yeah, I'm just looking, there's no damage to the car, but then again, that could have been repaired. So I think Seamus, you're right, Paul. I think Seamus has had an issue somewhere, and apologies, we missed that.
Unless he had a penalty, of course, but I'm not sure you pick up too many penalties around here, if I'm honest.
It's not a bad track, is it, for penalties? It's you've really got to push the limits to get a penalty around this track, which is a good thing. But then again, there are plenty of barriers to pick up damage, which is going to slow you down as well. So that may be the case for Seamus. Certainly didn't pit. But he's got Rufus in his sight, so he's chasing him down. Back up to the top then. Let's have a look and see how Keyboard's getting on. Well, that gap has definitely increased now between himself and Grahamid in second.
It has. I think Grahamid, though, I don't think he's going to push too hard. I think he's going to be well happy with a second as it stands at the moment. Obviously, still a long way to go, but I think he's in a good position just to sit there, really, and just hope that maybe Keyboard Captain makes a little mistake.
I think I would tend to agree with you. I think if I was in Grahamid's position now, I'd be quite content with second. Don't make any mistakes. If you start pushing, that's when the mistakes start to creep in. And before you know it, you're kissing barrier, you're facing the wrong way. And everybody is streaming past. So he's got a decent gap now between himself and Pete. Now, Pete has managed to get by Aussie Rooster. Again, we missed that, didn't we? We're missing them all today. So Peter's got by Aussie Rooster and moved himself up into P3, and he's got a couple of car lengths gap between himself and Aussie as well. But Aussie has got problems of his own, because if we jump on board and look behind us there, we can see, sorry, this is not, we're on board with Koi Carp, sorry, we've got Aussie Rooster. What's going on there? It's sideways behind us, so I'm getting myself mixed up here, aren't I? We've got Aussie in front.
You're right. You are confusing yourself.
I'm confusing myself, we've got Aussie just ahead and we've got sideways just behind her. For a minute, I thought I jumped on board with Aussie Rooster, that's what's confused me. But anyway, we are on board with Koi Carp. As we go into turn 14 then, here is highlight. A quick look behind us. So sideways George not really threatening Koi at the minute, so Koi can concentrate on Aussie Rooster. Now, we were saying a lot last season, Paul, and I don't know how you find it, but the slipstream is just awful in this game. It really doesn't kick in until very near the end of the straight, as we can see there with Koi and Aussie.
Yeah. Just at the point that you're going to go and hit the braking zone, exactly. But
it seems to be that's when the slipstream kicks in. But Koi Carp now having a look as we get into turn 4. It's going to put him on the outside into turn 5. Obviously, Rooster should be able to keep his position. And a great race there. Aussie just kept his cool, didn't he, under the pressure from Koi Carp. But Koi Carp still pushing. Sideways George in 6th. Fantastic livery in there, making me feel hungry now, the old What's-Its. Do they still do them?
It's still them. Yeah. I think the good thing about the car, with the What's-It car, is that the wind mirrors actually look like two What's-Its, don't they? Sticking on the side of the... the great colour.
It's Flat B putting in a challenge. Sideways George goes very wide. I'm going to go back and have a look at that, because...
Flat B to give it back.
Flat B definitely decided to put a bit of a challenge in there, didn't he, as we went into turn 9. Now, there was a slight contact and Sideways does go onto the grass. Flat B does the decent thing and just pulls up there to give the place back. Unfortunately, he's let Mini through as well. Just unfortunate, one of them things. Didn't mean it. It was a bit of a late challenge, to be fair, from Flat B, and I'm sure it caught him by surprise as well. Didn't quite mean to put the challenge in there, but that's opened up a gap between himself and Sideways, so he's got to do all that hard work again. Let's just have a look where Stealth is. In a bit of no man's land at the minute is Stealth in 9th. Bit of a gap to Flat B in front of him. He's definitely not within the slipstream of Flat B, and Vane about equal distance behind him, isn't he?
Yeah, not much going to be happening back here, not with them sort of gaps. Rufus might get a little bit now, but it's going to be too late by the time. Just said it, haven't we? By the time it kicks in, you're hitting the brakes, so...
and there we go. It's just proved it, hasn't it? By the time that the slipstream really came into to work, it was too late. They were into the braking zone. Mystic Clegg in 12th. Not really seeing much of Mystic Clegg. I don't know where he's going. He's turning left. You don't need to indicate. You're on a racetrack.
I'm a bit surprised with Mystic Clegg down there in 12th. I mean, I've seen it. Obviously, I commentated on him last time out, I think it was, and he was up there. He was pretty quick. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's just don't like the track. I don't know, but surprised to see him down in 12th, if I'm honest.
It is only round 2, as we've mentioned already, so maybe just getting used to the car, although the McLaren is a pretty, it's one of those go-to cars, isn't it, the McLaren, a bit like the Porsche used to be. If you're struggling for a GR3, you go to the McLaren.
Yeah.
But Mystic Clegg, he's got plenty of racing ahead of him over the coming weeks, so it is a 10-round season. So we're only on round 2, so another 8 rounds after this one to come. So I'm sure Mystic Clegg will start to establish himself a little bit more as the weeks progress. Same with Seamus Cash as well. He's usually up there, isn't he? At least in the top half of the grid. Just not enjoying himself here in Sardegna. So
I think it's one of them tracks, isn't it? Some people like it, some people don't, and yeah, you get it's not always the favourites around here, but yeah, you have to drive them, don't you? So
it's a very fast. I find it a very fast flowing track, but there's a couple of tricky corners. Turn 9, turn 13. The little chicane there that we've seen Keyboard trying to get through, you can just make up a 10th or 2 in those corners, and yeah, when you get a good lap, when you pull a good lap together, it feels great, but when you hit one barrier, then you hit them all, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
So Keyboard really has got it all his own way in this race. He's just going to take his time now. Got the radio on, got the window wound down. He's probably lit a cigarette or something in there. He's just bringing it home. Graham doing exactly the same in second. You can just see Pete there in the distance. So Graham, he's not coming under any threat at the minute. It is lap 10 of 15. So another 5.5 laps to go. Pete has made his way up to P3 and looking very comfortable as well for that glass of champagne at the end of this race, as he's got a decent gap back to Coy Carp. Now Coy Carp has managed to get past Aussie Rooster and move himself up into P4. Oh, as Aussie Rooster goes very deep now. Then what's happened to Mini? Oh dear, that was a big old slam with Barry. Oh, that was. Let's have a go back and see what happened there. I've gone back too far, now. But yeah. So through turn 9, no problem at all. And then we've got 10, 11 and 12 at Vodka Rob Run. And I think it was the exit of turn 13 that we're just coming up to now, Paul, that we lost it. There.
Did he hit the edge? No, he just runs it too wide.
Do you know, I think to be fair, it all went wrong on the entry. He just had to correct himself, didn't he? And that's just forced him out onto the grass. Dirty tyres now, struggling to slow down.
Yeah.
So Flat B could take full advantage of that mistake. He just needs to get a little bit closer, does Flat B.
Well, we'll see if that slipstream effect works now. He's pretty close, but I still think he's not going to come into effect until too late. But about now it is, and he might get him. He might get him on the brakes. He's going to defend, isn't he, Mini?
Well, Flat B's going to have to go the long way round because Mini went very defensive. It is side by side as they go around turn 1.
Normally go around the outside, but that's
into turn 2. They're still side by side. This is great stuff, Paul. Into the chicane at turn 4 and 5, and Mini just pokes his nose in front. Very sensible from Flat B to back out there if that's what he did, because you're going to struggle to get too wide through there. It can be done. Yeah. We've seen it done. But I've also seen 2 cars come together there and race over with some fantastic stuff from these boys. So Flat B still in 8th, putting Mini under all sorts of pressure. But if this is his debut race, Mini's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah. Perhaps he needs to drive it like he's in a Mini.
Yeah. Stealth in 9th. Well, he really is all on his lonesome, isn't he? But a good old battle taking place here, though. We've got Vane, Mystic Clegg, Seamus and Rufus all fighting it out for P10. At the minute, Vane is holding on to that position. Mystic Clegg put him under all sorts of pressure. Seamus and Rufus just hanging around in the background there, waiting for a mistake. Now then is, oh, I thought Mystic Clegg was going to have a look at the inside then as they hit turn 14, but backed out. A good exit is what you need from here, isn't it? Get on the power nice and early to carry it through turn 15 and onto the straight.
Yeah. Don't think anyone's in a position to take place though.
There's just too much of a gap, isn't there, as we come down towards turn 1, and Mystic Clegg right up the rear end of Vane, but nothing doing. Oh, it's Rufus. Oh, he's picked up. Oh, what's up? He's gone. He's onto the grass. He just caught it wrong, didn't he? That turn 1, it has caught so many people out. Over all the races I've catched it, turn 1 seems to be the most treacherous for people. They're straight onto that kitty litter, and well, there you go. Poor old Rufus down at the back now.
Not the first time he's done that, is it, today? He's
Unfortunately
obviously
not.
Can't get used to it. Yeah, he's obviously not getting used to that turn 1. But this battle though, look at this. Seamus now.
A fantastic battle taking place here, and this is for P10. Seamus all over the back of Mystic Clegg. In fact, should we jump on board with Seamus as he goes side by side down towards turn 9? He's not going to go around the outside there, so just has to back off. Oh, as Mystic Clegg gets all sorts of wrong. He's still there though. He managed to catch it, but he's lost that place. Seamus goes through, but great car control from Mystic Clegg. I really thought he'd gone then. Oh, Seamus go. Oh, no.
Oh.
Well, yes, of course, we are going to go back and have a look at that. In fact, you know what? Let's go back and have a look and see what happened with, you got Mystic Clegg. Now, he got a right good squirrel on, didn't he, coming out of turn 9. That allowed Seamus to get alongside and eventually take that place away from Mystic Clegg. But then as we come into turn 13, Seamus, I clipped the barrier, didn't he?
Not much, but yeah, the inside.
It was,
and at this point, when we was on board at this point, it looked like he stuck his finger up. It looked like it anyway. I'm not sure if that was to the crowd or to one of the other drivers, but
what a shame for Seamus. He was having a fantastic battle then, but now down into 13th. Rufus up into 12th. Mystic Clegg in 11th. Got away with that one, I feel. Mystic Clegg, that could have gone seriously wrong for him when he just clipped the inside of that wall, didn't he, at turn 9. All of that, though, has meant that Vane can scamper off up the road and get himself a bit of a gap now between himself and Mystic Clegg. So we'll carry on up through the order. Stealth, he's had a good steady race, hasn't he? He's been in 9th. He's been on his own for most of the race, to be fair.
Yeah, it's almost like a practice lap for these, isn't it, for him? When you get into the position like this, you've got no one around you. It's all just about, well, staying concentrated, obviously, but it's just like practice laps, really, in the end.
He's pretty consistent, actually. And if you look at his times, I mean, the fastest guy on track is Keyboard with a 1:41.8. But if you look at Stealth's times in the 44s, he's very, very consistent. And that is exactly what you're looking for, isn't it? So,
it is, yeah.
Yeah, good lap times there from Stealth in the 1:44s, but very consistent with it.
Well, I mean, his fastest lap's a 1:43.9, so let's say he's pretty much 2 seconds lower than the fastest lap. But
yeah.
you know, that's not bad.
That's not bad,
certainly for someone who's come back from injury as well.
Yeah, that's it's good steady racing there from Stealth. Then we've got Mini. He's still in 8th, having a good old battle with Flat B. Now then, we're on lap 13. Well, we're just coming to the end of lap 13, should I say, of 15. So 2 more laps to go after this. Flat B and Mini still having a good old battle. There seems to be fights throughout the grid, doesn't there, on this first race here in Sardegna. So Mini, no, I don't think he's going to get close enough to make a move. If he does, it's going to be one hell of a late lunge.
It could be a Peter's plunge, couldn't it, or whatever you call it. But,
yeah. He's not going to get it done there. So Mini Kiss carries on chasing Flat B. Then we've got Aussie Rooster in 6th. He's still chasing Sideways down. Sideways making it very difficult for Aussie to get anywhere near him. Then we've got Koi Carp in 4th. Pete is in 3rd still and got a foot planted firmly on that podium, although Koi Carp does seem to be getting a little bit closer. And then,
yeah, I think he's going to run out of time though. I think he's going to run out of time in laps, but you're right. I think Koi Carp is closing down Pete a little bit.
1.5 laps to go. I think Grahamid Yeah, I was just about to say he took the foot off the gas literally, and he has. Last couple of laps he's been a 143s, every other lap has been a 142, so good stuff from Graham. Just eased off a bit, and well, why not?
Maybe not through there though.
That looked more dangerous than I think it was, and that was a fantastic line through there for Graham. He was under no trouble at all as we watched him exit turn 13. I think that's the way to do it. And then we've got Keyboard Captain with the fastest lap of 141.8. So going for maximum points is Keyboard Captain, and well, he's on his final lap, and well, what do we say, Paul? It's his to lose.
Yeah, or it's his to run out of fuel, but I think he's okay there. I think fuel is going to be close, but I think they're going to be okay.
Now, race 2 is going to be slightly different because fuel and tyre wear are both ramped up a little bit. So it's going to be more of a tactical battle. They're going to have to keep an eye on the fuel gauge. They're going to have to look after the tyres. And, of course, it's a reverse grid as well. So Keyboard Captain is going to be starting at the back of the grid for race 2, which should be interesting. Graham, look, sorry, mate.
That always is. Reverse grid's always interesting.
Yeah, especially at turn 1.
Yeah.
I was just about to say I'm liking the livery on Graham's car. It's simple but very effective. I do like that. Pete.
Simple, just like me. One of my liveries, that one.
Oh no, far from simple, Paul. Far from simple. Koi Carp in 4th then. So this pretty much looks how the grid's going to end. I'm just going to keep an eye on the map on the top right, because I think Keyboard Captain is just coming around the 14th turn. We've got Aussie, we've got Flat B, he's having a good old fight with Mini still. We are going to have to go back up to Keyboard Captain though, as he comes around the final turn here in Sardegna.
Bit of a stroll in the end, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, he made it look very easy, but there we go. Keyboard Captain takes the win, so congratulations to him. Graham, fantastic race from Graham. He will take 2nd, and Pete tops off the podium with a fantastic 3rd place. Koi Carp comes in 4th. Sideways George will get 5th. Good points there for him. Aussie Rooster in 6th. Flappy 7th. Mini 8th. Stealth will cross the line in 9th. He's going to have Vane just coming up behind him, so well done to Stealth. Vane across the line in 10th. Then we've got Mystic Clegg in 11th. Seamus will cross the line in 12th, and they're all about the same with the fuel. All got the fuel light flashing away.
Just about, yep.
And there we see Rufus just in the background, trying to put himself into the barrier there. He's had enough. Don't end it yet, Rufus. We've got another race to go. So that was race 1 for the Pro AM2, guys. If you do enjoy these races, please remember to hit that like button. If you've not already subscribed, do so, and you will get notified when the next races are up, which is going to be in a few minutes, actually. You sticking around, Paul?
I'll stick around, Mark, if that's okay.
Yeah, it is, mate. Yes, fantastic. So, yeah, myself and Paul will be back very shortly. So go off, get yourself your snacks and your drinks, as I always say. Get comfortable, and we'll be back